Hi, Dad. Have you ever wondered about meaningful touch versus appropriate touch with your daughter? What I mean by that, as human beings, we value and need appropriate touch. I was in the hospital for appendix surgery about 1.5 years ago, and my family came in to visit me. Now, I wanted them to come in and be in my presence, and I wanted them to talk with me to help them understand what I was going through. But I really wanted to, especially as I was kind of loopy coming out of the anesthesia, to have a human touch, to have them touch my hand. That's really what I wanted to do. And that same thing is true with us, our fathers and daughters situation. They need our meaningful touch. And some of you have been in a situation where you're very much of a huggy, touchy kind of family. You might be like me, where I grew up in a family of 3 boys, and touch wasn't a big deal to my mom. But it really didn't make any difference. I had to learn how to give my daughters meaningful touch. And one of my daughters just forced it out of me and said, "Look, you are going to hug me whether you like it or not." And I learned how to hug her appropriately and meaningfully by her actually just forcing me into it. But the other thing that I did, or the technique that I did, was using the shoulder hug. Now, in the shoulder hug or the buddy hug, it's very unassuming, but it is appropriate touch. And maybe you even get a peck on the cheek with it. But the reality is you can use the buddy hug or the shoulder hug as a technique to help you understanding what appropriate touch would be with your daughter or with other people, quite frankly. But don't miss the opportunity to give your daughter what she needs in appropriate touching as she's transitioning from being a little girl to a young woman. This is so important because your daughters need it, you need it, we all need it to have human touch, but it needs to be meaningful and appropriate. Thanks for stopping by.